Hey, what's going on, everybody? And thanks for joining us again. We're live, and today is our Halloween episode. We've got a lot of fun in store for you. You know, every week, I think there's no way reality can out-weird itself, and then it does. Tonight, we've got digital ghosts, misplaced law enforcement priorities, and a Halloween game that might actually end friendships. Welcome back to the Rethink Tank Live, where sanity goes to die, but at least we die laughing. First up, the late Suzanne Summers might have one-upped Black Mirror from beyond the grave, starring in what's being called the first real-life digital resurrection. Then, while the FBI continues to ignore human trafficking, they've decided the real villains this season are old school mobsters running poker tables. And to close things out, we're bringing back a fan favorite, Halloween Friendly Feud, where the questions are scary, but the answers are even scarier. So let's get right back into today's episode. Buckle up. It's about to get spooky, strange, and a little bit too real. So before we get into the first topic of the day, it'd be fitting, considering my Halloween costume as it is, I got a 21 Pilots update for us.
Cool.
So not only is the season over, the blue-haired dweebs that somehow share a frequency with me didn't get their way. The story ended. Yeah, exactly. The story ended as the story did. And it's up to us to take down the bishops or the evil Illuminati. But with the tour ending, I don't know if you recall, it literally was less than a year ago, but at the end of the Clancy tour, a couple of good blue jersey fellas, stole Josh's drum.
Yes, I
literally the lead drummer of 21 Pilots. They stole his drum and got it back to the hotel.
They just walked past everybody.
Everybody's like, hey, you can't do that. Watch me.
It was really crazy.
Absurd.
It was like the Louvre. It's just like, what?
Then literally the next concert, it was chained to the desk. They're like, no.
They changed those fans to the fence too. Like, they're not going nowhere.
Probably. So I got an update for us. The people of the communist persuasion that are big liberal fans of 21 Pilots, they are at it again. So 21 Pilots does this like fan museum at the tours, and for the Breach tour, they did it again. Let me read this to you. So there was a release by 21 Pilots officially. During today's FPE event, the fan premiere exhibit, the level of concern USB drive, like the USB drive that they created level of concern during the pandemic on, and as I've come to learn, has a ton of their just like prized, non-recreated, just original content on there. We are reaching out to sincerely request its return. Oh, sorry. The USB drive was taken from the exhibit. We're reaching out to sincerely request its return. No questions asked, and an anonymity fully respected. The level of concern USB drive carries significant meaning for the band and its history. We kindly ask for your help in ensuring it finds its way back home. Please mail to this address below. And dude, literally the USB drive, the one that is first off on the cover, but is the one that they have used through creation. Who knows what secrets are on there? And having a long talk with Doug and Kemp last night, for a band that is Taylor Swifting us so well, like I sit back and I'm like, wow, how'd they get me to buy multiple copies of a vinyl this time? And then they have you know what else they did this year? This is pretty Taylor Swift of a band, if you ask me. They did a digital remains copy of the album.
Yeah.
The digital copy was only sold for like 2 weeks. You better buy it now. There is an exclusive song on that album that you can't even listen to. It's not on Spotify. It doesn't exist unless you buy the digital copy too. Like, What do you think? This is 2005 and I have a Nano? Digital copies of albums are void. And I felt Taylor Swifted.
Did you buy it?
Oh, hell no. On
I was like,
principle.
did you buy it?
I draw a line somewhere. That's where I drew it. Right there. So I just needed to report that another item stolen. This one, arguably more valuable.
Dude, you want to know why they keep Taylor Swifting them? Because they hate their fans because they do shit like this. They're like, oh, we're making them pay.
You're so right.
Literally, we're making them pay.
I have them under a spell. Keep coming.
Yeah. If they're going to steal our stuff, we're getting paid for it. I don't blame them.
Not one bit. Not one bit. So that's a fun start to the episode as we just walk into a Black Mirror episode and things get severely more dystopian. First, let's go to this view here. I want to talk about Suzanne Somers and a weird development happening after her passing in 2023. So get this. Suzanne Somers, the beloved actress and health icon who passed away in 2023, now has an AI twin. Literally, her husband, Alan Hamill, just unveiled what he calls the Suzanne AI twin. And according to him, it's so lifelike, he can't tell the difference between the real Suzanne and the recreated one. Here's how it happened. Before she died, Somers reportedly talked about this idea with Hamill, and especially, he's the only one that heard this dialogue. But I guess the boudoir, hey, maybe the things we talk about.
I love those conversations. Only I get a lot. Only I got something out of it.
Yeah. Besides you after you leave. She wanted her voice, her personality, and especially her health and wellness knowledge to live on for her fans. So Hamill teamed up with a few companies, names like Real Botics and Holo.ai.
Is it Botics or Botics?
Botics, whatever. Yeah, Real Botics.
Botics.
Some would say that would make more sense when we're making robot people.
Yeah, this probably.
Some would say. But it's not a teleprompter. This is off the dome. I don't know what to say. To build a hybrid of robotics and artificial intelligence that doesn't just look and sound like Suzanne, but can actually talk back, answer questions, and even give advice. From her 27 books and hundreds of interviews, he says the goal was to make sure it reflects the real Suzanne, her humor, her energy, her philosophy, and all her wellness teachings. But to do it safely, they say, with doctors vetting any health information it gives out. The AI Suzanne has already been demoed at tech conferences, and Hamill says he plans to host an interactive version of Suzanne at SuzanneSomers.com so fans can literally talk to her anytime, day or night. He says it's what she wanted. She told him, let's do it. It'll be very interesting and will provide a service to the fans.
The robot said she wanted to do Cameo.
I just want to say, I want to reread. Yeah, that's funny.
I don't mean to interrupt, but like, just the idea, it was her idea.
But you're also making me think, like, if I reread, mind you, this was provided in quotes. So it's hearsay, like Hamill saying, quote, she said this. I can't corroborate, but let's do it. It'll be very interesting. And, quote, will provide a service to the fans. Listen, guys, I'm doing this to build an audience. But right now, the audience is 3. So, like, this is me doing it for me. And I think we should all get concerned the moment I go, they need me. They need me even after I die.
They definitely need you.
This is a service. Just even calling it a service, like there is a guy every day going to a different corner of your community, grabbing your baby diapers, your dog poop, smashed banana peels, all your trash. In the biz, we call that a service. Your happy-go-lucky acting energy and wellness information, it's fun, but it's like the MSG to like the real chicken.
I have such more lore about Alan Hamill too, regardless of this.
Give it to me.
So one, guess how old he is? It's like she was old. She was,
I don't know. Give it to me.
he's 89.
Woo!
Which, by the way, she passed 2 years ago. He's seen someone. Like he has.
So he just wants to get. So again,
if you go on his Wikipedia page, it says he has a partner, which was her friend, by the way, and now he has
there
an
we go.
AI her.
First
There's
off,
a lot happening.
if
for
you're going to
Alan.
sit here and convince me, my late wife, who death till us part,
they were married like 30 years or something like that too.
if you're going to sell me on the point that I can't tell the difference, but I am going to go sleep with her. Oh, no. You said you can't tell the difference. Your wife is still here. Live with this thing. I want you to convince me you're convinced.
I need to see some flight logs because I want to know if this guy was on it.
He was.
Oh,
he was.
This is insane. This is weird. This is weird. He's 89. What do you need this for?
Money. In many ways, it feels like, okay, if she's sitting here going, do this for me.
Is she though?
She's 2 monopoly steps away from
go to jail.
Ted Williams. Yeah, go to jail. Send her to jail. She's 2 monopoly steps away from Ted Williams and Walt Disney.
Okay,
like popsicle heads in a freezer somewhere.
Okay.
But this is like, but I'm not committed to that.
This is
I don't want to be an ice fossil.
No.
If you can make me just
Could you go to
me an
robotics.com?
NPC. Yeah, make me an NPC that just razzes people after I'm gone. But I'm willing to move on. Disney and Ted Williams are like, commit me to the frozen popsicle. I'm here. Anyway, first, concluding the report here.
We haven't gotten to there yet.
Not everyone's thrilled about this, believe it or not. So online reactions have been mixed, to say the least.
Really?
Some fans think it's beautiful, a high-tech memorial that keeps her spirit and message alive. Others think it's deeply creepy, saying it blurs the line between tribute and obsession. Critics have raised questions about consent, like how specific was Sommer's approval? Did she sign off on this exact use before she passed? Or is this kind of his interpretation and manipulation of the situation? And even if she did, is there something I think we could agree there's something unsettling about recreating the dead, not in memory, but in digital form and leading down the path for profit. There are also some legal and ethical wrinkles. Using a deceased person's likeness, voice, and personality can trigger right of publicity laws, basically who owns a person's image after they die. Hamill, as her husband and executor, seems to have control, but that doesn't stop the debate. Plus, the AI wellness angle raises another question. Even with doctor vetting, do we really want chatbots giving health advice under the name someone who can't correct it? Then there's the money side. Reports suggest investors have already shown interest, and demos at conferences have drawn tech companies looking to commercialize these AI legacy projects. That's where people start to ask, is this really about preserving memory or creating a new business out of digital immortality? And that's the bigger story here. We're living in a time when people aren't just remembered, they're being recreated. Whether it's holograms, deep fakes, or AI twins, the question isn't just, can we bring someone back? It's, should we? For Alan Hamill, this is clearly an act of love, maybe, a way to fulfill Susan's wish and keep her light alive. For others, it's a Black Mirror episode that just jumped into reality. Either way, it's one of the most fascinating and unsettling examples yet of how AI is rewriting what it means to live after death. So we've kind of already chipped away at this. You haven't had a chance to give me your thoughts on this, but I do want to flip it to the pickle gallery. It's been a minute. Plus, he's looking fresh as hell today. So, Ricky, what are your thoughts on this whole deal?
What's up, Dwayne?
Thank you, brother. It's weird, man. But hey, whatever gets his rocks off to
There
make
we
him
are.
feel
But he's getting
comfortable
his
in his
rocks off
older
with someone
age.
else.
But that
Don't tell
woman
me this
can't
is
give him
love.
that comfort, that words his woman used to give. So he downloaded all this holograph shit. It's not the same. I don't know, because if I moved on, and I'm getting my rocks off.
Hey.
I don't do it. So obviously he's not getting the itch he needs.
Hey, do you really think it's the itch he needs that, like, I got this Suzanne void? And
He's 89.
yeah,
What itch?
it's money. This is let me be the pioneer of this new industry, cash grab as much as I can for my grandkids, and sayonara, because it makes no difference for me one way or the other. That's how I read it.
There's something about it that it's so weird that it's Suzanne Summers, though.
Why?
Because it's like, listen, we live in an age where, like, you literally have like technocratic billionaires doing already weird stuff. And the first example of this is the 89-year-old former husband of Suzanne Summers. You know what I mean? Like, we have people trying to take us to the like Mars and stuff, and we're like, yeah, the 89-year-old is the one pioneering this. It makes literally no sense in that regards, other than his own personal desires to do it. But it's like, here's
what I think.
You know what I mean?
Why the 80-year-old? How did we get here? I think what happened is, again, we're not operating with the full story. So it's one of two things.
Right.
He either has express written ability. So they did talk about it in the boudoir, and he's like, you've got a cough. I think I'm outliving you. Write that shit down.
You gotta go, honey.
I got a hunch. He either actually is operating with it in writing,
right,
or what he does have in writing is a strict, clearly written out, you have full rights to my name, image, likeness.
Right.
And
the oldest
he's
NIL
like,
deal.
All right, I'm going to take full executor power and test its limits to the fullest at this moment. Like, no one's really done this. Like, you'll probably see, he's just the first one to be an executor with probably full power, living in this technocratic world with enough content to actually successfully recreate her. And he's sitting there like, I'm just the first because I am old. Like, maybe Erica could be doing this for Charlie, right? Yeah. Because he died at this moment, and you really have to be at this. I guess what I'm trying to say is Robin Williams couldn't have done that. Why? This technology wasn't there. So it's an 80-year-old, because 80-year-olds are dying right now. And he's like, I got this moment. I got the paper. She said it. She told me.
Maybe that's why he ain't dead yet.
And then
maybe they actually had a.
Go ahead, Ricky.
Maybe they actually had an agreement, and that's why he's not dead yet. Because old people really die from heartbreak when their significant other die. So she gave him a purpose, like, if I go before you, strive for this, honey. And maybe he's about to drop out in the next 2 months. God forbid. I'm just saying.
I guess I just didn't think of Suzanne Summers as the one to say, put me in the robot.
I agree.
You get what
I agree. I'm
like
testing. I really think he's like, yeah, she told me. And then they're like, really? Let's give it a try. And then this thing walks out, and he's like, exact twin. Bro, he's like, this is her. Oh my God. I can't tell the difference. Honey, is that you?
From a Halloween movie.
That's literally, you could buy that on like the creepy shop without the sign on top of it at the end of the road.
This is it at the techno conference. It's like, dude, the days of her. What's crazy is the movie Her was a prediction of the future where the guy is falling in love with a phone. The idiocracy of that moment is predicting a world where the closest we have is a phone. And like, we're still using lotion. No, it's this thing.
No, we got Suzanne.
That's
what I mean. Like, there's just something so weird. Again, the age thing aside, it's just like, wait, you're telling me of all people in human history, Suzanne Summers was the first one to be like, yeah, I'm giving you the okay to do this.
Right.
It's like, what? Like, what? If you found out, like, Elon Musk's son had an incident, a horrible tragedy, the one that's like XYZB421, like, or whatever. And they were like, he said to do this, to be like, sure, his name was already computer code. Why not? Suzanne Summers, the 88-year-old actress, I'm just like, she wanted to be put into the robotic body of a 22-year-old for her 89-year-old husband. Like, I don't know. But maybe, I don't know. Like, I guess goodwill. I guess I'll give him the goodwill on it.
So this is a question for the chat. Brad Richardson joining us, and I also want to ask the round table here. Straight Bombs, what's up? This is what I got for you. Is this a touching tribute, or does it feel like digital puppeteering?
Oh, digital puppeteering. This is how you're gonna honor your late wife at 89. Like you can't convince me. He's like, look at that thing.
It's what you wanted. It's what you wanted.
Maybe that's the new wave of honoring our dead ones. You have some people that stuff their dead people and keep them in a corner for a while.
Yeah, and
So maybe this is a new way to honor his dead
Ricky,
one.
I gotta touch that a little bit. I don't know if you've seen some of these funerals where like they're literally stuffed and sitting at the couch playing GTA or something. Have you seen these?
They're playing Grand Theft Auto.
I'm gonna be explicit. There's
Bro,
one.
they got
demographic
people
really
on
doing
bikes,
this.
bro.
But the scenes are crazy, or they're dancing with him, just like, woo, he's back. And I'm only bringing that up because it's like, yes, people do it. People doing it doesn't make it good.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I just think it's digital puppeteering. There's
Facts.
at 89, even if he like gave me a heartfelt speech, I'd be like, you monetize this. This is not grief. You disgust me. Like, I would be rude to him.
The funny thing is, this is very fitting for today. If I were to be in a room and Mr. Hamill walked outside, I could then sing. I think there's a necromancer outside, because you are bringing about the dead. Like, this is crazy stuff.
Like, I'm sorry. I'd look at him and be like, you cannot convince me to look at that doll and be like, oh, it's Suzanne. Like, I'd be like, you're out of your mind. You're blind. You probably have dementia. Who let him do this in the name of grief?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, for it to be that, it's like, no, dude, how much did you get paid for this? I would appreciate if he'd be honest, if he was honest. Be like,
Yeah.
dude, I would.
Or
love
maybe
it.
he's just
Like,
using
oh my
the
God,
money
we
someone.
had a horrible end. What's that?
I was saying maybe someone went to him and like, we can bring your wife back. You got the money, I got the brains.
That's
Let's
what
do
I
this. Maybe it wasn't his.
That's what I mean. It's like, this isn't grief. Like, he wasn't like, he's not like looking at her and be like, oh my God, remember that time? No, it's like, what do you talk to it? Like,
Well,
what do you do with this thing?
and it is funny, dude. Heartthrob is a moment in time. And, I go back as I'm preparing for today's episode and I'm seeing pictures of her. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember watching like old TV shows. And she was always pretty. She was always likable,
She was an
attractive.
old fox. Yeah.
Exactly. But an old fox. And it's one of those, the time passed. Like, I don't think it's going to catch people like you think it will.
And that's the thing. It's like, he's 89. They're like, oh, maybe it's for grief. It's like, dude, her time passed like 30 years ago.
My mom.
No disrespect. Like, that's just age. That's
Both
just life.
my mom and my dad actually are probably going to get health advice from their pharmacist daughter before Suzanne Somers AI
Beep,
clone
beep,
bot.
beep, beep.
I can't tell the difference. Don't take that medication.
Dude, it's literally moving around like that dude from Grandma's Boy or something. Like, it's like, this makes literally, this is creepy. Like, this is creepy. Put him on a list. At 89, I want him on a list. I'm not sorry, dude. This is
At
weird.
89, I want him on a list.
Yes. Like, oh my God. Like, I would look at him and I'd be like, dude, I've never heard of you before. I've heard of your late wife plenty of times. I've seen her in films. She was fantastic. You disgust me. Like, this is weird. Look at that thing.
So keep
You
it on
can buy
that.
one of those things on Amazon for $100. It shows up. I wanted to give me medical advice.
That's what I want to ask. We're told the AI only gives medically vetted answers, but are we really ready to take health advice from a ghost machine or really just AI in general?
Dude, I didn't even want to take medical advice from Dr. Fauci. Okay. What makes you think I want to take medical advice?
Hold up,
from
time out. Wait a
Wait.
minute. You bring up something awesome, updates something that should be a topic, but I was trying to keep it less political. It's going to be there.
This is a spooky episode.
Spooky. This isn't spooky. This is like June. Heart of June. Get your streamers and plugs. This is a celebration.
Okay. Oh.
Did you
Oh,
know
okay.
they deemed every executive order
Yes.
by AutoPen by the dead president, which was Joe Biden, null and void. That means Dr. Fauci is prime for the picking. They'll still do nothing because it's all fingers to the same hand and they're all in cahoots, but doesn't mean we're not one step closer.
I did notice that today. Yes.
There was a video of him walking down the street and somebody like video him and his security get all pissed, like don't heckle him. And it's like, I don't know how I don't have my Bill Gates pie moment. Like, just buy him. That's the closest I'm going to get.
Probably the security with the gun.
I'll die.
It's like, you know.
I don't mean that. It's all hyperbolic. Jokes for
In
entertainment.
Minecraft.
But
Obviously.
in Minecraft. But the reality of this situation is we're talking about if Halloween spooky stuff, the highest level of evil, and it tried to protect itself. And shockingly, the system actually was like, our hands are tied with this one.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. Sorry, man.
Wait, you're telling me the dead guy that was
You couldn't just write
the
J in
most
a
prime?
line?
Exactly. You're telling
J in a
me he
line?
couldn't even do this? Like, I've seen political figures in action where they default to just today is a but they did it. And I can testify to the fact that I did it. So it's like, you couldn't even get him. Was he that incapable?
Yep.
All right. Yep. Neither here nor there. But that was a fun update.
Wait. Time out. He is that incapable, and we have Alan out here playing Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's no grief here. I'm
Oh, wait,
disgusted
hold up.
with Alan.
Now the question is, how long until Hunter's in the room? He's sitting in his closet with like a pile of clothes over his head. And he's just like,
One of those things wrapped around his neck.
yeah, Dad's gone. He's just like, I'm bringing him back.
I hope he does. Honestly, I hope he does. That would make more sense than the
The
89-year-old.
AI Joe Biden bot just is swimming in the local pool. They pet my hairs.
That's what I mean. Like, if you're gonna do that, that's why when I hear it's like Miss Summers, I'm like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Why her?
I
That
agree.
poor woman.
The poor woman.
Like, I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her memory, and she very well could have given the okay on this. But I'm not taking his word for this. Why would I take his word for this? Like, what about this? Seemed genuine.
You know what's crazy about this little legal conundrum is he gets to go, you don't have to believe me.
I know.
The paper gave it to me.
That's the thing. And it's like, you know what? I guess that's off the guy. It's like Ricky said, whatever gets his rocks off. But like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
I got one last question for you.
All right.
Philosophical question for the room that
Great.
Doug doesn't exist in. What happens when an AI version starts saying things the real person never would? Who's responsible then?
Alan. It's Alan. Because that thing's
The
like
executor.
Because that thing's like a parrot, then, at that point, as far as I'm concerned. It's just repeating
Yeah,
stuff
he
it
heard
heard.
it somewhere,
It's
Alan.
repeating stuff it heard. I'm putting that on Alan. This is not philosophical at all. That's easy. It's got your name on it, literally.
Ricky, what do you think? Who's to blame for that?
The programmer.
No,
Interesting.
That could be him, too.
Well, see, thank you. His consideration really opens the door to what this conversation is, which is there's a lot to play. If you're going through, like, if you were to make a Kevin Hart, you can't get mad at an AI that's like, I am an AI that is Kevin Hart. I'm pro smashing dollhouses on my son.
See, now Kevin
And
Hart,
then they'll be
I
like,
believe would do
no,
this.
that's out of context. That's 10 years old. He apologized and buried that. And the AI is like, that's in my library. So it's one of those, like, someone like Joe Rogan. Do you remember the compilation they made of the word he was saying? And he's like, that's not me anymore. It's like, but the AI is going, but it's in the library. It's fair game. So even if they've evolved out of it, that can still be held against them. And then where it starts filling in the holes, where it's like, yeah, you never really gave me opinions on rollerblading, but based on your opinions on ice skating, I think you think they're lame too. And I never said that. And now I got the rollerblading community on my butt. But it's just filling the holes.
And that's the thing. It's like, she's dead. You know, that's the crazy part. So it like falls on these other people, and I wanted to. Like,
So how about this? I think if Suzanne Summers or us being older and now forced with this consideration,
I would fight someone if
if
they said they were doing this about you.
if right,
I would fight them.
but if I looked at you and I said, all right, witness, all audience members of the day witnessing, I sit here and go, I consent to RoboButt.
I'd fight you.
Good. That's a good friend, folks.
Doing?
Take note. That's a good friend. So, in theory, if I did that, boom, 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 I take sole responsibility. I want to do this. Then I have a will. The will goes in my passing. It goes to Allison. If Allison isn't alive, my sister, it goes to you. The will gives it to Will. So you now have all my property. You get house, car, a wiener dog named Misdemeanor. And along with that, you get the rights to my robot
So
self.
I get the walking sex doll. Cool.
You get it. You could turn me into one if you wanted. Weird. With that, I expressly gave you the rights. Let's say you then go, time to make, I'm calling up Mark Zuckerberg. I want a Facebook Gergat.
I call Marky Mark and I get him on the phone.
Exactly.
Like, listen, man, I got this thing here.
I get this thing. I need you to make me a bot of my bud. So at that point, when I say something off kilter that I never normally would, Mark Zuckerberg's programming filled in the gap. You took the step to make that exchange. Let's just say I had it made already and you just adopted it. Because you're profiting off of it through like business law, I would be able to hold you financially responsible for any of that. So let's say defamation, libel, anything. So that's how you would, if I did it and I'm gone, how do you hold me accountable? You would financially do it through the corporate way.
Uh-huh.
However, in this world where it's like, no, she told me and you're just the executor, go down with the ship.
Yes.
This is your ship. You built the ship. You sunk the ship. You're going down.
Yeah. You're the cat on the Titanic. At 89. Congratulations.
And again, what do you need the money for? For my grandkids.
Yeah,
Just to
like,
get another
it's-
win
it's-
before I leave.
Dude, he's seeing her best friend. Like, you literally go to the woman he sees Wikipedia page, she's like, oh, she was best friend with Miss Summers. And you're like, what is happening? What is happening?
Welcome to the future,
It's
baby.
grief.
It's grief.
Like,
Love.
I'm sorry. Put him on a list.
All
I need this man on a list.
right, let's get to our closing thoughts here. Ricky, any rapping thoughts regarding this?
Don't
new
put him on a
era
list.
we're
Check
living in?
his laptops, man. You gotta check his laptops. You gotta check his hardware. But
Yeah,
Nah,
well,
man,
I
hey,
think that's something.
if you got the money to do what you want, man, do what you want. It is weird. He's not gonna be shunned by society. He's on stage with the freaking the thing. So if you got it, do it. I will not be your neighbor or your associate. I don't
Fair.
drive with it.
That's fair. Wilbur, any rapping thoughts?
No, I'm to put him on a list. Put him on a list and shut her down. That poor robot doesn't know what's going on.
Please end its misery.
Wait, Alex.
Edie. Yes, sir.
What's the name of your dog?
Misdemeanor. We call her Missy. Name's Misdemeanor. Watch out. She's ferocious. As far as rapping thoughts go, you know, when you step back from all of this, it's hard not to feel both impressed and unsettled. On one hand, it's incredible. Technology now lets us preserve a person's voice, their ideas, their personality, even their smile. But on the other hand, maybe that's the problem. We're starting to blur the line between remembering someone and recreating them, like Dr. Frankenstein. Alan Hamill says he did this to honor Suzanne's wishes, and maybe that's true. Maybe it's his way of keeping her close. But whether you see it as a touching tribute or a digital seance, it forces a bigger question. Are we celebrating life or refusing to let go of death? At some point, humanity is going to have to decide, are these AI afterlives about legacy, comfort, or just control or profit? Because today it's Susan Summers. Tomorrow, it's your favorite actor, your influencer, maybe even someone you knew. Either way, one thing's for certain. This isn't an episode of Black Mirror anymore. It's real life, and it's here to stay.
Dude, he probably has a catheter. And he was like, let me sign this executor. What are we doing? Like,
That's spot on.
he's 89.
All
That's all I got to say.
right, this one's going to be exciting. I think we're going to get a little bit out of the rock with this one. And maybe, hey, guys, just so you know, Doug is here. Doug, click to yourself so the folks know I'm not lying. Look at him. He's here.
Look
He's
at his
here.
costume.
He's got things to say, I think. I don't know. I don't believe it. Anyway, big story. Federal agents just pulled back the curtain on what prosecutors are calling a year-long Mafia-backed gambling operation that used high-tech cheating gear and big-name sports figures to squeeze millions out of victims. 30-something people were indicted this week in 2 linked probes, and the fallout hit the NBA hard. Miami guard Terry Rozier and Portland coach Chauncey Billups, and among others, have been arrested or named in the indictments and are on administrative leave as the league scrambles to contain damage. Here's the part that reads like a movie script. The criminal operation wasn't your typical basement poker night. Prosecutors say they used X-ray poker tables, specifically marked cards, modified shufflers, hidden cameras, and even optical contact lenses, all engineered so crooks and complicit insiders could literally see other players' hands and guarantee wins. Those clever tricks turned ordinary poker into a machine for robbery. On the sports side, the federal indictments also allege insider information schemes tied to prop bets and targeted games. One charging document claims certain players and staff tipped off conspirators about lineups, injuries, or plans to rest players. Information that can move huge bets in the modern hyper-liquid sports betting market. The FBI says several NBA games were targeted. If proven, that's just not embarrassing. It's potentially federal fraud, and sports integrity crimes will be cited, and this will negatively impact the NBA significantly. So what happens next for the league? Expect immediate administrative leave, internal probes, and legal dragnets. The NBA and its integrity, its betting partners, and federal prosecutors will all have skin in this game. Players could face criminal prosecution, leave with discipline, suspensions, fines, even lifetime bans, and civil suits from defrauded bettors. Not to mention the reputational damage that could linger for years. Commissioner Adam Silver and partners like FanDuel have already expressed concern and said they'll cooperate. Baby cakes. Do you think you got a chance, a choice here? Let's be honest about this is all theater and people want big justice. Boom. Sorry. They want the feds going after the traffickers, the cartels, the folks who prey on the weak. Instead, we get enormous, well-publicized sweeps that takes down mafia gamblers and exposes crooked tech rigs and insider leaks. But we know that's all kind of trivial. But also lets the PR machine claim we're doing something while bigger, uglier problems keep sliding by. Politics, priorities, and optics, same Shakespearean play, different act. If you want a line that will rile the audience, let's season it with, we'll take the mafioso bus, sure, but don't pretend this is the only corruption worth our outrage. A couple of practical threads to watch here. One, we really got to focus on the evidence. The X-ray tables and marked card systems are physical devices prosecutors can show to juries, and tech evidence moves cases fast. The other part of consideration is the betting trails through crypto and shell companies used to launder proceeds. This will all be subpoenaed, and it's going to reveal larger, broader networks that, again, might bring the whole house of cards down. you're going to have a league fallout. Even if individual players beat criminal charges, the NBA can impose its own lifetime integrity penalties. Betting regulations also need to be considered here. I mean, you should expect renewed calls for federal oversight for sports betting and tougher partnership rules with the leagues and operators. So here's the final thought. This is big, ugly, and complicated. A real headline with theater and teeth. It's satisfying to see law enforcement score a win against organized crime, and God knows the cheating tech they use deserves to be exposed. But don't let the spectacle distract you from asking whether we're prosecuting selectively or whether other scandals, the ones ordinary people care about, like trafficking or political corruption, are going totally ignored. For now, the league is on the edge. The players' reputations are stained, and the federal case may take months to sort out. So buckle up. This one's going to play out in courtrooms, commission hearings, and headlines for a long time. I think a good transition into our dialogue here, we should probably see some of the evidence. Look at this. First off, there were signs. I just love Katie's at the whoop. Nah, man. Nah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're doing it. Ah, damn, I'm doing it. And then the big one that I think, boy, is he cooked. Ooh, is he cooked? Here's Terry Rozier. This one's.
Oh, yeah, this game. This is a game that really got him.
Oh, yeah.
It's so bad. It's like up there with the Class A, like pitch outside. Like,
Yes.
It's like
Just throwing it to
3
them.
feet in front of the plate. You
Oh,
know?
yeah. He's
like,
just out there throwing it to him. It's like. I love the caption. Guilty as hell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like the text messages and stuff. Did you even get into that?
No.
Oh, man.
Tell me about it.
Dude, there's like text messages that he sent to like his family saying, like, yeah,
Bet on this.
bet the under. Like, bet the under. Like, I'm going to get out.
I'm tanking this B.
Yeah. And that's part of the reason why they think it. Like, I think like the misconception is people are like, oh, like a lot of these guys did it so they give themselves more money. And it's like, no. They did this so they could put their people on to bet on them. And that's so they can make money. So
Facts,
now I
Will.
don't have to give them the money. So like I don't have to give my family money out of my pocket. I can just be like, hey, this game, the over-under is at 9.5. Take the under. I'm gonna fake an
100%.
injury, put $100,000 on it. You're gonna guarantee it. You know, that's what it's looking like for Terry.
1000%.
Yeah.
I believe you are going to have quite a few. This isn't stopping here. You both just cited what the Cleveland Indians had to deal with this season, which is 2 baseball players. I want you to be able to see that I'm doing this. When I go up in the space, you can't even see my hands. They just disappear. 2 Cleveland Indians baseball players got suspended, really just kicked out of the league. It was banned, gone. And the Indians are hunting them. The Guardians are hunting them down. The one guy's like, that's fine. I'm going to go play in Puerto Rico. And they're like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And they just dropped like dumps of filings at the Puerto Rican league trying to get an injunction preventing him from being able to play there.
And I don't blame him at all.
No, you better fight tooth and nail to fight this so you can preserve some sort of integrity. What am I getting at here? I bring up the Indians because we personally experienced that this season. I don't think it starts and ends with the NBA. You're seeing it in baseball. It's so much easier to pull off in well, maybe not, unless you're a pitcher.
Pull it off
it's pretty easy in basketball.
I think it's easier to pull off in basketball.
I think you're going to catch referees in the NFL that kind of, overlook things or are a little loose with the flag in a financial benefit. I think it's harder for players to have as much of an impact directly in football like basketball and baseball you could.
Well, yeah, you only play one side of the ball. You know what I mean? Like in baseball, it's like I'm only playing one side of the ball. If you're playing basketball, hey, the over-under is at 21.5 points. I'm at 20. I can miss a shot. I could brick one. Who's to know? It could just be a bad shot. You know what I mean? Like it's easier to do. Like tennis. Tennis is another great sport. Like, hey, I'm the best. I'm Djokovic. I could beat this guy in 3 sets. But if I take it to 4, I told these people and they'll win $500,000. I'll just hit into the net a few times and win it in the 4th. It's easier to do that when it's like sports kind of like that. When it's like these team sports like football where you only play one side of the ball, that's where you kind of, it's like yeah, I think the refs have more of a bigger play in it than the players do. Whereas like in basketball, it's like, dude, I just take the under. I could fake an injury like Terry did and let
Well, Ridley, remember Ridley got suspended for a year in the NFL because he betted on his teammates, his team to win.
Yeah, and it's like that's
So-
the thing. It's like
Yeah.
he's not betting, telling people to bet on himself necessarily. But it's like the Pete Rose thing. It's kind of like Pete Rose is able to do it, but he was betting on his team to win.
But okay, so Pete Rose was doing the betting. I also think the bigger story here is going to be 30 for 30 at its prime was so impactful and so like relevant.
Yeah, we need to bring those back.
I
With,
don't
like,
think they can.
relevance.
Yeah,
Like with relevance.
but see, here's the problem. Go watch. There were things that weren't sports that ever interested me, like the guy that parachuted from like the highest point in the sky.
Did you watch the Lance Armstrong
you know what?
one?
I
That
don't
was
really
great.
think I would have cared or thought that was a great one
That was
too.
a great one.
The Lance Armstrong one. I don't think I really would have paid much attention to the Tanya Harding thing. That
that
30
one
for
was so
30 was
good.
so good, so real. You lived it, amazing.
Yep.
I don't think you can tell Tanya Harding's story anymore without this liberal bullshit embedded in it.
Mhm.
So I think they know we're not telling the story anymore because we can't tell it well and we're going to lose people, as they did. But one of the best 30 for 30s that going back to that prime period, like I'm in college, this is like 2015, prime 30 for 30. One of the ones they had was like, I can't remember the title of it, but it was how the players would just lose money. They're
I know which
making
one you're talking about,
millions,
yeah.
but so many players are broke when they leave the league.
It's like within their first 3 years of the
And-
league, they spend
and
like
yes.
80% of their money. Yeah.
And there's two angles to this story. There's the vast majority got caught up in a culture where they were throwing $100,000 in the air at a club to impress people and for that moment of satisfaction. And then they're like, well, shit, I got nothing. So they threw it away, they drank it away, they partied away and just blew it along with family.
Johnny.
But then no. but there's another angle to it where only one person was kind of like the focal point to this angle. It also applied to everybody, but this was like the sole thing that crippled him. And it was Bernie Kosar. So Bernie's story is how family, like hungry hippos, just ate his finances up.
Literally called broke.
Yeah, that's it. Broke. Thank you. So it's a great episode, worth your time. But you got a guy who I think most of the players go into the league, learn from these stories. It's a part of the narrative. The older bucks are in your locker room going like, hey man, you got to keep the family at bay. This is how, and I very much fear this is so much more of the culture than we realize.
Oh, yeah.
For the last decade, 2 decades, we knew the NBA was the Harlem Globetrotters. It's all fake. It's just a play that we bet real money on.
It was like in the 90s, you had like, what was his name? Like Mark Donahue or something, like one of the NBA reps, like get like completely for gambling. Is that what is his name? Donahue or Donahue or something like that?
Yeah, something
That
like
was
that.
like what, back in like the 90s, maybe early 2000s? Like it's not that
Early
far off.
2000s, yeah. Because he was referencing with AI and shit. Early 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's around
like,
the Pete
like,
Rose time, I thought.
Yeah, it's like not that far off, and that's the thing. It's like the funny thing about this situation is like you have two situations like where like this gambling thing is like kind of like implicated in like two weird ways. Like you have like Terry Rozier one where it's like, yeah, it could be a symptom, definitely a symptom, and the more he explained it, kind of like flesh it out. Yeah, I could see it being like part of like that. Hey, this is kind of like that culture kind of like aspect of it. And then you have the Chauncey Billups one, which is the insane one, which is like the Mafia's involved. and, like,
oh yeah.
Dude,
Chauncey
it's like
fucked up.
Chauncey Billups is, which by the way, and Ricky could speak on it more, but from my understanding of Chauncey Billups, was one of like the most respected people in the NBA, like very
It's the
highly
big
thought
shot,
of,
bro.
like NBA Hall of Famer, NBA champion for the Detroit Pistons. Our buddy Brock, I saw him last Friday and like it got brought up. He's like, I'll never bet on the NBA again. And like he was like upset. He's like, dude, Chauncey Billups is like my favorite Piston growing up. Like it'd be like if you found out Jose Ramirez was part of this like cheating scandal for the Indians, and you'd be like,
that's so true, because part of the thing that makes you love him
Mhm.
is you're sitting there, you say that, and my instant like nerve impulse was he would never do that.
Exactly.
And if he did, it'd be like my whole world just shattered.
My view of you completely changed forever, and I worship you. And like Chauncey, but like Terry Rozier, he's just like a good basketball player. Like Scary Terry, he's a good basketball player. Like I don't think anybody has a lot of negative things to say about him. But like Chauncey Billups is like Hall of Famer, like a very highly thought of, respected individual in like the NBA circle. And it's like, oh my God, he was doing what? There was an X-ray table. Like they can look at the like it's just like the most James Bond level. Like and then you find out like the mob's involved. And then I just think of The Sopranos immediately. And I'm just like, dude, they're going to let him out of jail and he's going to be gone. And people are going to be like, where's Chauncey? And it's like he's at the bottom of like Lake Erie or something like that. You know, like that's
funny that
the Terry thing and this are like, again, both gambling, both cheating, but they're so different in scale where it's like, oh boys, there's a lot to unpack here. And Chauncey's
one trying to help the homie out, and one that's just neck deep in his shit, man.
Yeah, and that's the Chauncey one. And like the Terry one, I can easily look at and be like, he's trying to help out his family. Put 100 G's down on me taking the under, probably change your whole life. Like that's what it is.
Not even because his homie got the 100 G's, but his homie gave the information to someone else, and they bet like 5 different bets over 100K, 200K, and the NBA got the alert, took him out,
supposedly
cleared him.
Let me know if I'm wrong on this, but supposedly the NBA knew like immediately.
Yeah,
like, immediately.
The day
they
of.
were like. The game had happened. They were like, he's not allowed to play the rest of
before
season.
the game. Before the game happened, they knew it.
Yeah.
So the bookies,
really? And they let him do it.
Bookies contact the NBA, said there's irregular betting on Terry Rozier's under, and it's like five different books, and it's like over 200K each, and his homie got 100K just to like, give him a nudge.
Yeah,
but the league took his phone and did their investigation. The league don't have the power the FBI does. Yes. So the league can only do so much.
Yeah, they can only have so much pull in it. And it's like, you can't just like pull a guy out of the lineup if you're like, oh, like this has got to be cheating. And then they see it happen. They're like, he did it. We've been told this could happen, and it happened exactly how it went. Pull him. You know, that's
and the next person I hear that's going to happen.
The FBI one is the Chauncey Billups one, because that's where it's like, whoa, this isn't like NBA. This isn't really NBA involved at all. Like it's just like poker games.
No, NBA too, because Chauncey's on both sides, the mob and gambling. Because there's games where he's up, bro. There's games where he's up and he's pulling the starters that's like getting buckets.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they just end up losing.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
That's the crazy thing. It's like he's a current sitting NBA coach.
Yo,
like
and a big name, as you said, Will, Mr. Big Shot, bro. When you hear Mr. Big Shot, the amount of heartache Chauncey Billups and the Pistons gave the Cavs when LeBron was trying to break through the East, bro, it's like, it's crazy to even think him beating Kobe for the finals. That was unheard of. Like, you know, so, and you didn't do it in your prime, of playing. You're like, why are you doing it now? You already got your NBA money. You're making coaches money. You got endorsement money. What's the point? And then you're robbing your homies too, like KG.
Yes.
Like, he's robbing his homie. Weird. And then the next crazy thing, Dante Jones, Mr. 3-pointer for Cleveland that used to play for us, Jones.
Yeah,
he's a part of it.
Well, that's what
Damon
I wanted
Jones.
to break. Thank you. Because the next one I was going to
So,
jump on was
hold on. And then Chauncey walked out of freaking court with a Clutch Sports hoodie on.
Yes,
Damon Jones is LeBron's big buddy. There's stories with Gilbert Arenas, LeBron, Jones, the gambling incident, tapping on the shoulder. Like,
dude,
there's
a famous picture of LeBron pissed at J.R. Smith, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And JR literally throws the ball the opposite way. And when they interview him, like, what the hell was that? He was like, oh, I thought we were up. And they're like, what? And he's trying to make sense of throwing the ball the other way. And LeBron was so mad. This is the finals.
That was the finals, yep.
And he's just like, what?
It was game 1 of the finals against the Warriors.
So people are now zooming in on the video. And Damon Jones is the row right behind JR. And right before he gets clocked in, you see him lean in and he's like, no. And then bro just throws the ball the other way.
Now, do you think JR was implicit with it, or do you
I think here's okay. What do I think? The second I read this, I go, please get LeBron.
yeah.
Of course. All right. I'm being real. I'm being
I
real.
knew you would.
Ricky,
I
I'm
knew
allowed to be a
you would think
human.
that. I knew you would think that.
I was just being honest.
Well, we know you didn't think that. I 100% know he thought that.
I read it. First thing, please get LeBron. But then I live in this world. I don't live in a fantasy book. I live in this one. And I knew, but yeah, we ain't getting that. So I moved on from that thought. And I was just like, well, let's see where this goes. Maybe we could show the Harlem Globetrotters League for what it is. That would be a good second. And then the day progressed, more news came out, and one of the points of investigation that is like explicitly expressed in the complaint filed is LeBron using those managerial connections. I don't know if it was Damon Jones. I think he was the one named, but there was someone that was a nexus to the Bucks, and they told, yeah, exactly. So they told Damon Jones,
about his injury
prior to the game about his injury so they could get the bets in before the injury reports changed the prop bets. So
But Jones was on a lot of coaching staff. A lot of those coaching staff Jones was a part of.
Listen,
it's like
admittedly,
he getting
it's still not enough to get LeBron, but what I think you're going to see is that and again, I make light of the joke that like if I'm a human that has its instincts. The instinct was like, that would be cool. But again, I'm grounded in reality and I'm like, nah, I mean, it's but I do think what will come of this is you will see the behind the veil network is so much more connected and tied together than you realize. Like
LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron better not stop playing, because once he stopped playing, there's nothing to distract us about. He better keep playing until this shit blows over. He gotta keep playing until this shit blow over, bro.
We watching.
Yeah, he's gotta. Ricky, let me ask you a question though. Of the individuals implicated right now, I just really want to. I really want to highlight on Chauncey Billups because I think that's the biggest story here. I mean, Terry is one thing, but like Chauncey's one thing. Do you think they will kick him out of the Hall of Fame?
Has
Yeah,
that ever happened?
Yeah, hesitation was all I needed.
Ooh, maybe this is the precedent for it, because like you're literally.
I mean, look at Pete Rose. Pete Rose
money,
is never
like,
allowed in the Hall of Fame. Like he was banned from being in.
Now though they changed it.
Yes,
recently,
but
okay, and it took the whole world fighting for 30 years.
Yeah, but it was posthumously. I'm talking about an active living member of the Hall of Fame caught in the same similar scandal that Pete Rose is in. Actually, I will even go on record and say an even more serious scandal. It is involved with like the complete mafia. Other than like this, Pete Rose's is the same as like Calvin Ridley. It's like you said, like he was just betting on his own.
Only way save him, he better go on that stand and sing.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So when he wore that Clutch Sports hoodie, I understand your bit is get LeBron, but I was like, he just put a siren out to LeBron, be like, you better do something.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That's what I thought too. I was like
your people,
hey,
you better put a call in for somebody because I will.
You better call Adam Silver or Adam Silver. You see this hoodie, like you want this whole like if LeBron get any evidence on LeBron, it's going down. The NBA is done.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, if you could get LeBron, you have literally severed the head of the league. That's what I
mean. I was like, this could really blow up in a really bad way for the NBA. And
get your popcorn.
And that commissioner Dumbo, and I call him that because his ears are out to here. I think he's one of the weirdest looking people I've ever seen. Seems like a good commissioner or whatever. Like it's not like this is his fault, but it's one of those things where it's like we've kind of I've at least have had this thought about the NBA for like quite some time now. It's like, okay, again, the officials have a say in just about every sport. That's why they always want to move every sport to like more automated officiating. But like with the NBA, it is such a diva-run league.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a completely diva-run league. More so than the NFL. There's no divas in the MLB because nobody cares that much for it. Their biggest diva is the Japanese player that threw his interpreter under the bus for something similar to this. This is huge. This is a big deal. And there is a sadistic part of me because I don't care for the NBA like others.
Right.
I would love to watch this thing burn.
Oh,
I really would love to
Dude,
watch it
I'm
burn.
on the phone with
Like-
my dad and I go, you know what? Let me paint a picture for you. I go downtown and every square inch of Cleveland is full of human organs, organic material, just humans
Okay.
everywhere. This is the finals. Cleveland never gets a championship.
Oh,
This is it. 2016, the area code 216, we're all rallying behind it. This is our year. Downtown, that will be one of the most special nights of my life. I'll never forget it. Every restaurant is packed to the gills to the point where are we watching the game? We are at a sushi bar in a random Japanese bar that I've never been into,
tell me.
right on the main street. Domo. Right on the main street. And we got a prime spot. We're like, oh man,
We actually did have a nice
Japanese restaurant's not too packed. Got our spot and the place full of humans. Again, that organic material just everywhere, stuffed. Game wins. The city is shaking in a way I don't think I'll ever experience a landmass quake in such a way. Human beings hanging out of cars, just handing blunts to any person that moves. Bottles and parties through every nook and cranny. I tell you this, my life was blessed I got that experience. Some would say it's over. No, you can get double blessed. You can have that and the extra celebration for when they take it away because of the pieces of shit. Come on, that's awesome. I got to have the party and be a cynical bastard.
You got to be the cops that call.
That's pretty great.
You got to be at the party and then leave and call the cops. On
You got to have the party, then leave and call the cops, and then watch it break up and be like,
Whole
oh
time
no,
you're
is
at
that the cool kid at school going away in handcuffs? Bye.
Whole
Oh,
time-
what school? I promise school.
The whole time you're there, like, oh man, this would suck if it got shut down. This is such a good party.
They're just gonna be like, man, why you always have good timing? You always leave when the shit is about to shut down.
I don't know.
But
No,
there's
that's-
another indictment probably gonna come down because
What do you think?
Beasley, Mikael Beasley was up for a 4-year contract with Detroit. And that's why he hasn't signed. He was like 4-year, $83 million. And there has been rumblings for like the past year about him and some gambling stuff. He didn't get a contract this summer. He's not in league. Like, so there might be another one coming down.
It's and that's the thing. It's like people say, like they'll talk about the officiating again. The Chiefs, you know, they always get the benefit of the officiating. You would find it hard pressed for me to look at like a quarterback in the NFL and be like, yeah, he's throwing games.
You think they
You know
knew
what I
that
mean?
ref that got kicked out of the SEC game like a week ago?
Yes, like that I could see more in football than like in the NBA. The NBA, I'm surprised this hasn't happened more often. At least the Terry thing. The Chauncey thing is its own beast. Like I said, like that's its own thing. But the Terry thing, dude, it's so easy to be like, oh, I'll get 12 rebounds for sure. I know who I'm going up against. And my line's at 10.5. Like I'm probably getting 13 to 14. That'd be such an easy thing to tell someone to be like, bet the over.
Well,
You know what I
again,
mean?
look at the baseball. It's bet on the fact I'm going to throw a ball, and then I throw a ball. So as Will suggests, this goes deep, really, really deep. I got one last question of inquiry I'd like to pose to the round table, and I appreciate everybody in the chat that's adding to the dialogue here. But first, as Will indicates, this is at the top. Here's the director of the FBI, and maybe we might have some cracks about that Donald Duck quack, but regardless, here's the report.
Literally had scanners at the poker tables where they literally had professional athletes in the NBA walk off the court so their proposition bets could be met is a coordinated scheme with La Casa Nostra and the individuals that we arrested today. And it's been going on for some time. And we are going to continue to work this investigation and those that have been arrested today to make sure that illegal gambling empires embedded with the La Casa Nostra are brought down, whether they're in the NBA or anywhere else.
Can I tell you what I believe? I believe this is the first time Donald Duck, this quack, has told us a true report since he's gotten in office. And the whole time I'm just like, this is unbelievable.
I can't take you serious right now.
Lavish.
You don't look real.
Yeah, those glasses.
Yeah, like the whole time you're like, I
Man,
can't take you serious right now.
that-
It's like you look like a clown.
Nope. No. So here's the last question I have for the room here. And Ricky, we'll start with you and then I'll click it over to Will. What's more dangerous for the country? Mob run poker or billion-dollar betting apps that basically do the same thing, quote unquote, legally, as we know Las Vegas literally has an impact?
I guess me first or Ricky first?
Ricky.
I thought it was
No, you're right.
They both. Well, hold on.
I'm holding.
Once you do it under the tables, all your integrity for your sport that you're trying to help out is gone. Legally, you can at least the gray line right there that you can blur it a little bit. But once it's under the table where the public don't have the knowledge that can like access it, that's when you get a little sticky. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree. What do you think?
I'm with Ricky on that. Like, as much as like I understand like the way the questions pose is, it definitely sounds like the billion-dollar corporation. Again, it's always pushing down on the little guy. But when you're betting in something where it's like you literally don't know the odds were pre-stacked against you because it's like an under the table sort of thing, that's when it's like, okay, that's like the integrity's taken out of it.
Well, what's funny, I guess we didn't specifically or explicitly articulate the fact that they swindled professional poker players. Like, there was an interview that I would love to have shared, but it was just simply too long. YouTube would have flagged it because it was a different, interview. But here's a professional poker player that got swindled into one of these games, and he kind of already heard through the grapevine that it's a little sketchy, but how do they rope you in? Don't you want to spend 2-3 hours playing with LeBron or Chauncey Billups or Dwight Howard
it's a
or
$10,000 buy-in, but
They call them the face of it.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's a part of it. He's the face. He would never cheat you.
Yes.
Bingo. Ooh, I'm glad you said that. So first, the side
It brings me back to the Jose thing. He would never do that.
he would never. Let's be clear, he would never.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
But I do want to, there's one last thing I do want to address before our wrapping thoughts. Ricky reminded me. But again, they preyed upon these professional players, and then it took them playing it to be like, this is a joke. And then it became well known amongst the pros, you really got to avoid those games. They're going to try to rope you in, but they are all a cheat. They really didn't know how. And then it comes out, it's X-ray vision tables. It's like, that's absurd. Last thing, Ricky, I'm glad you're on the screen because you're the one I'd want to hear address, and then I'm flipping it to Will. Do you recall the moment when Michael Jordan loses his father and the world is saying in whispers that there's a chance it had to do with his gambling problems? And then he retires to honor his dad's memory and go play very shitty baseball. Still love him. However, now it's resurfacing a conspiracy theory that people were drudging up and considering at that time, that it was an 18-month secret suspension by the NBA. And as soon as that secret suspension was up, Michael Jordan was brought back into the fold. Yeah, I like, because Ricky, we were too young to really get caught up in what.
Yeah, The Last Dance is
were
what made
talking
me
about.
really know about this. The Last Dance, his part series that we all watched. That's what made me knew about his dad thing. But yo, if a conspiracy was so nice and juicy, this is one.
You got to remember, I live with the tinfoil permanently glued to my head, which is I always have been impressed upon that the folks of the Illuminati type status have to sacrifice a member of their family to get to that point. I was always under the impression that Michael, just like Kanye did his mom, I think you can always point to a famous person losing someone super important to them. Katy Perry's mom. They can always point to someone that was super, super important to them passing just before they become famous. That could just be coincidence. It all could also just be a internet fluke. However, that's what I always thought it was until now, like literally the Wizard of Oz, they just pulled back this curtain and they're like, huh, the whole thing's been fake. Now I'm like, you're telling me the guy who owned half of China in 1990, the only black man in China, he had nothing to do with this? I have a hard time believing the most famous pivotal figure was like, no, that's not me. But I am.
Because he's a hard gambler too.
That's what I mean. The dude was
He's
in his finals betting on, what were some of the things from The Last Dance he was betting on that was so obscure?
Just
and
card
like,
games. Just card games.
Yeah.
Literally just flipping cards over and guessing it.
we buying this? So
No.
let me flip first Ricky, then I get Will. What do you think? Do you think it's possible that that is what that was, or is it just more internet sleuth BS?
That would make sense because even the cops are like, there's mob ties, you know what I mean? So like, it's possible, but this is one of the conspiracies in a long time. I'm like, damn, this shit might have some weight to it. Like,
Well, you know what?
and
Brad
the
Richardson-
NBA ratings went down, and they just boosted him right back in the playoffs, right in time. Just
That's what I
uplift
like.
it. Maybe it was a
That's what I
2-year ban, and just uplift them.
the timing and everything really paints a picture, but as Brad Richardson says here, the NBA and law enforcement denied any such connection, and no credible evidence ever linked Jordan and his father's death to organized crime. Even long-term investigative journalists who covered the case found nothing substantiated beyond rumor. So, I mean,
That's
again,
kinda where I'm at. Like, you have the most famous basketball player of
no,
all.
hold on. The point I made wasn't to like degrade anything beyond.
No.
This is the most famous person in the world.
Right.
Like this guy, when with the shoe, the
Right.
beginning of this shoe, this man owned the world.
Right. And it's like, oh, we're gonna humiliate and ritual this guy at this point now.
Well,
make
no,
him
this
go play
his
for the-
dad died at the beginning of this, so then he comes back and then does his
He was-
championship run.
Yeah, I'm not buying it at all. I think it's internet sleuthing.
I
100%. It's again, and conspiracy theories. I love them. At the same time, everybody it's like there's a conspiracy theory almost for anything at this point now, and it's one of those. It's like you're telling me a guy halfway through the most famous championship run of his all time may literally revitalize the viewership of basketball, and they were like, "Now you got to be humiliating. Go play 18 months for the Chicago White Sox." Just for them
I
to
wouldn't say it's
desperately want to come
humiliating.
back
It's just like,
to the NBA. It's like it doesn't make sense. It'd be like if LeBron.
Well,
Like,
see, now
after
you're
the-
conflating two stories. One story would be you sacrificed your father to be famous. And yeah, you did go play baseball to honor your father and do whatever. And you weren't right in your head and you wouldn't straighten yourself out. Or it was a secret suspension by the NBA and his father's just probably was a mob situation. Like you got involved in gambling. It escalated to a point where you couldn't control the situation anymore. It spilled over in your personal life. It got so big with a dead guy that literally the NBA couldn't ignore it anymore and they had to do sanctions. So the conflation is it's either it was a secret suspension and like Ricky said,
But why
I
would
only
they hide the suspension? That makes no sense to me. Why would the NBA, which is very public, most of these sports,
because of the
organizations,
gambling.
professional
Because of
but
the
it's
gambling,
also
you
just
know?
like why they hid this network of gambling, why they hid LeBron putting deer antler spray on his shins at the beginning of his career. It's because these are the golden gooses. Yeah, Ricky, you don't remember that? That was his way of skirting doing steroids is when he was taking deer antler spray. And that, Google it. That was a big thing. I think that was just before Miami or right around Miami time is when a lot of folks got caught up in now deer antler spray is illegal. I'm sorry, you got me off the beaten path with that one.
You did that.
No, you should have seen
You
it.
did that.
Bringing it back to the Michael Jordan situation. I think just like LeBron, the NBA has shown its cards, literally and figuratively. We've learned what it is. They don't solve the problems so that way they could show, hey, look at we our best guy, we even punished him because we have integrity. The NBA through its past actions has shown we'll save the golden goose and protect it and hide all of its skeletons in its closet just so we could keep the wheels on the cart. And so I think the NBA is full of similar scandals, not just gambling, but just scandals. And they've shown through past track record that their instinct is to hide it versus public display. Look at, we've got integrity.
Maybe I have my years mixed up. When did Michael do his baseball run? Was it before or during his championship run?
It was during. He
I thought he
three-peated.
won 3 and then he left and then came back and
Yeah.
won 3.
Yep.
That's where it
exactly.
like if he did it before and then he came back and won all those championships, I'd be more open to the idea. But the idea of like a guy on a 3 championship run, they're like, nope, you got to be suspended. You can go play baseball though, and it's hidden. To me, that it's just like, yeah.
But then there's no coming back. There's no 3 more championships. There's no shoe brand that blows up. We preserved the integrity of this player. We get to hide the fact that there is moral concern.
But the betting that's probably was going on back then is just like, oh, you can't go for 35. This, like, win the game. It was just probably more simple betting between the lines.
Well,
I don't think it was.
That's for just to spread the over and like the money line. Like it was very like cut and dry. Like this is what you could bet on.
So Michael is like, you want 120 tonight? I got you. And then he got too much.
And that's and I guess too, just like knowing Michael as a player, it's like if he saw the line, he'd be like, oh, just take the over every time. Like that's just his mentality. He's like, take the over and bet on us. We're gonna win, because that's just kind of how he was. Like it's not like,
well, and let's be real, that would also explain why he's probably losing more than a professional who's trying to make money. Like he's betting on himself because he's competitive. And do you know how much? Do we really want to look at how much money I've lost betting on the Browns since it became legal in Ohio? Like my heart goes, I'm feeling good today, and then, and guess what happens every time? We're the Browns, but I'm competitive and I'm feeling good today. I could see you are in the hole deeper than you should be because of your competitive spirit. Like you're so confident in yourself, and then yeah,
but it's different when the competitive spirit is gonna go 6-0 in the NBA Finals. It's a little different than we're gonna finish last in the AFC North again.
True, I agree.
That's why. But I mean,
but you're saying why that's a good excuse as to why you shouldn't punish a guy that's betting on himself to win.
No, I'm not saying that. That's not what I meant. I'm saying he may not have been betting at all. If someone just went up to him and been like, hey, what should I bet on tonight? Me to win. Like, that's just him. That was just kind of his mentality. He wasn't, I'm not saying he was literally, he could have been. I don't know. But I'm not saying he literally was going like, oh, I bet on myself. It's like, no. If anybody just went up to Mike and be like, Mike, who should I bet on? Me, idiot. Like, we're winning. Like, that's kind of like how he was. That's why it's hard for me to kind of, but again, internet sleuths, it's a fun story. And it very well could be true. And if it is, I don't really care, because it just makes it even more impressive. Like he got secretly banned for 1.5 years and came back and won 3 more. Put that in The Last Dance. That's insane.
Well,
like that's even more insane.
Everybody's just dogging on me. That's what happens when you bet on the dog pound. I know, Brad Richardson. What's perfect for today's theme?
Elliot Palmieri couldn't wait to say Braun over Jordan, and he can't even statistically give a good reason other than he lives 5 minutes from where LeBron actually grew up,
which is lame. Also, they can't read there if you didn't know. So well done, champ. But always fight the Illuminati. No, sorry. Always bet against the Browns. That's why I dress like this today.
It's just like, but like that's the thing when it comes to like the Michael Jordan thing. It's like, but again, here was the thing. Let me pose this question. Would it be cooler than knowing like he actually did get secretly suspended and then came back and won 3 championships? I think that'd be like the most badass thing I've ever heard. I'd be like, no, we need a new The Last Dance. Your credibility over LeBron just grew even further. It just did. Like the deer antler, whatever the hell you said it was. I don't care. I don't care.
Crazy side story. Michael Jordan just spoke recently about the fact that he has not shot a basketball in like 20 years.
Yeah, I saw that.
And one time he was staying at a professional, like he was at a PGA tournament, staying at someone's mansion. And they were just like, please, just one free throw, just one shot. And he's like, I haven't done this in 20 years. And he's like, that was the most pressure and the most scared like I've ever put on, like the most weight I've ever put on myself. And he's like, not because of the guy, but even more so, he had his little kid there. And there's a kid that has only known of me through legend and story, and I got one chance to live up to that. This free throw is I am either the greatest or I'm a fraud to this little kid. And the guy goes, "Oh, shit. Did you make it?" And just the way he's like, "Yeah." He hasn't shot a basketball in 20 years. He's just like,
He
"Yeah."
said, of course.
I'm nervous. Did you make it? No shit.
That's what I mean. It's like, that's why I think of the internet sleuth story. It's like, this guy, we're lucky he picked up a basketball and not a knife, because he would have been the best Jeffrey Dahmer of all time.
That's scary. True.
You know, and then if you asked to have that same story situation with LeBron would have probably missed the free throw and then looked at the kid and be like, "But I'm still LeBron and you're not." And I'd be like, "Yeah, that's my hero."
You're right. All right, let's land this plane because we got a really fun finale for today's episode. Ricky, give me your rapping thoughts.
Hey, if I got money in the bank, I ain't gonna go get loose change. I'm gonna be comfortable with my big money in the bank. Don't
Listen
go
to this
chasing loose change.
Hey, hey, what are your rapping thoughts?
Thanks, Dwayne. Glad I get to follow that one up. I think Chauncey. I want to know. I really just want to know through all this. I don't care. I do want to know if Chauncey Billups is going to kick out of the Hall of Fame for this.
That's going to be huge.
Yeah,
I mean, moral consistency. Like you guys said, Pete Rose set the tone.
that's what I mean. Like, I don't know how he's
It doesn't go another way, right?
Like, your credibility is shot. It's already done.
Yep.
I don't know how he works his way out of this.
Not really.
No.
So, at the end of the day, this whole saga feels like a perfect snapshot of modern America, where our law enforcement can pull off Hollywood-level busts with X-ray poker tables and secret wiretaps, but somehow can't seem to crack down on the deeper corruption right around their noses. Sure, it's entertaining to see the mob and NBA players tangled in some underground poker drama, but let's be honest, there are much bigger fish to fry. Human trafficking, border chaos, political grift. The public wants accountability where it actually matters. Still, I give credit where credit is due. If the FBI wants to clean house, maybe this is a good place to start. But let's just hope they don't fold when it comes time to go all in on the real threats to this country. Now I get excited because this was a heck of a competition. Buckle up. A fan favorite that we look forward to when the holidays come around. We have a whole new episode or feature of Friendly Feud. This was our Halloween themed Friendly Feud, and it really does get competitive and fun. So buckle up, enjoy. Let's get to the game. Hey, what's going on, everybody? And thanks for joining us for another round of Friendly Feud. I'm your host, Alexander Harvey, and we are going to be bringing you some high-end competition. 112 people took our survey, and we are coming at you with new Halloween-themed Friendly Feud questions. But first, we got to decide who's going to be competing first. We have on this side, let me get out of the way. First, we have on this side the returning champs, the Team Alien.
That works. Yeah. I thought we were going Team Allison, but
Sure. Or Doug. Team Captain Doug. And then their competitors, lead captain with Will.
Yay.
I don't know, the Island Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming soon. You'll see why. But let's get to our competition. So, as you know the rules, we're going to be calling out the first prompt of today, and the first to hit the buzzer and give the highest ranked answer will be able to choose if they take the competition or pass to the other team. So, let's get right into it. Doug versus Will, first to hit the buzzer, gets to have a chance here. 112 people prompted in our Instagram poll. Name a costume idea that's cute on a kid, but weird on an adult. Will.
A bunny.
All right. Animals is the number 2 answer. Doug.
number one.
You
Just
got
say it, guys.
You got one chance. You can't confer this long. You don't even get to confer at the desk.
All right.
What's your guess?
A pumpkin.
Pumpkin is the number 4 answer. All right, do you want to play or pass, Will?
Yeah, we'll play.
All right.
seen adults
The Island Boys are going to play, so we're going over now to Elliot. Elliot, we have the number 2 and the number 4 answer off the board. 5 total, so 3 remaining. Name a costume idea that's cute on a kid but weird on an adult.
A nurse?
That's your first X. All right. Sir, what are you, what's going on here? What do we got here?
From Epstein Island, I'm Jeffrey Jr. and a tour guide. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. NDAs are supplied in all of your gift bags. You're welcome. And my answer is Teletubby.
I like that. Unfortunately, you didn't take the survey. That's a good one. All right. 2 X's on the board. Can you knock one off? 3 of the 5 are still remaining. Frankie Muniz, can you name a costume idea that's cute on a kid but weird on an adult?
I'm gonna go princess.
That is the number 1 answer. Number 1 answer is princess. I have to be honest with you. I had to conflate 2 of the answers. We were getting a lot of Disney character and Disney princess and princess. So we've conflated Disney characters and princesses as one. So we've got number 1, number 2, and number 4 off the board. Still looking for 3 and 5. Will, can you name a costume idea that's cute on a kid but weird on an adult?
Power Ranger.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
Every year it's always, that's a good one, no one did it. Every year.
Because I don't think of it. I see what people give us, and I'm like, why didn't anybody think of that? That's a good. You should take the survey. Maybe I shouldn't have blocked you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's coming over to Team Alien. Can our returning champions come ahead with something here? All right, it's going to Kemp. You just got to get 1 to steal the points. Name a costume idea that's cute on a kid but weird on an adult.
Can we confirm animals just covers?
Animals.
All right. Well, we'll go with a fairy.
Yeah, you would pick that fairy.
You're right. You know what?
And
that's
the
a good
Island
try.
Boys secure the points. All right, so
That's bullshit. I don't know.
5 answers coming from the folks that took our survey. Number 5 was clown. Number 4 was pumpkin. Number 3 was superhero/superheroes in spandex. We got a lot of that. 2 animals and 1 princess. So the Island Boys steal the points. Take it ahead with 100. All right. Going to our number 2 prompt. We're looking at Kemp, and we're looking at Steve Elliott.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, Elliot, all right.
Elliott, Kemp. First one to hit the buzzer. First, I got to finish the announcement of the prompt. First one to hit the buzzer gets a chance. Name something you'd be mad to find in your trick-or-treat bag. Elliott.
Almond Joy.
That's a good one, though. I know you guys don't.
He will say that's a good one.
Okay, yeah.
Get it wrong.
Well,
Every time.
I'm going to say an apple.
Number 7 answer is fruits or veggies. We're giving it to you.
All right, cool. Cool.
Strictly candy.
Cool.
All right. Now, are you playing it or passing?
Yeah, I think we play it. Yeah,
All right,
I think
they're
we play
going
it.
for it.
Wait, how many are there?
Mr. Alien.
There's 7.
And that's fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and veggies was the 7th answer. All right, going to the alien. Alien, loudly.
Pretzels.
Believe it or not, pretzels is
Pretzels
number
on there.
6.
There we go.
Wait, what is this? What number is it?
Number 6.
Okay. Fruits and veggies.
All right, Mr. Incredible. 112 people polled for our survey here. Can you name something you'd be mad to find in your trick-or-treat bag?
Dude, that's Elastigirl.
Snickerdoodles.
The pickle gallery. What?
Yeah, seriously, what?
All right. First X for the returning champs, Doug. 7 answers on the board. 6 and 7 are gone. Can you name something you'd be mad at to find in your trick or treat bag?
Toothbrush / paste.
Toothbrush / paste is the number 2 answer. They are chipping away.
You should listen to me.
All right, Ken,
all right.
we're back at the top. Looking at you. You guys have chipped away at some of these responses.
Yeah, no,
Only 1 X.
You're right.
Ken, can you name something you'd be mad to find in your trick or treat bag?
All right, I think we're gonna go with a razor blade.
That was. I gotta say, I got 1 with that response.
Okay, okay.
One.
Well,
You gotta have at least 2.
Doug,
It is. Someone's got it.
really know what I'm gonna do.
I had to try.
Right.
No, that was a legitimate, like, oh.
All right, Alien. 2 X's on the board. You can keep it going here for your team. Can you name something you'd be mad to find in your trick or treat bag?
Change.
That's there. Pennies / coins.
That's a great one.
All right, so let's give.
Dang it.
No kid likes change. Keep your pennies, Grandma. I want a Kit Kat. All right, looking at you, Miss Incredible. There's 7 total responses. We've got number 2 with toothpaste, number 3 with pennies and coins. We've also got 6 and 7, pretzels and fruit. We're looking for the number 1 response, the number 4 response, and the number 5 response. Stoven, Miss Incredible. Can you name something you'd be mad to find in your trick-or-treat bag?
Empty candy wrapper.
1 person gave that. That's a. I was shocked to see that. I'm like, what?
That should be number 1 answer.
No, that was good.
That was a hard. All right. We're looking at the Island Boys. They had their 3 X's. Gentlemen, this is your opportunity to steal some points. Keep your lead extending. Can you name something you'd be mad to find in your trick-or-treat bag?
Raisins.
That is the number 1 answer. They steal the points.
Let's go!
I would tell you, it doesn't. I went to ChatGPT to confirm. Also, there was an overwhelming number of people that said raisins to the point where it was clearly its own thing.
Almond Joy still valid.
Still valid.
Okay, I was, alright.
It's massage time. Happy endings mandatory.
To the executive producer.
I gotta tell you, the Island Boys are pulling ahead in more ways than one. We're going to our 3rd prompt here. All right.
I acknowledge that. That was good.
Our alien's gonna need some help.
Yep.
All right. We're looking at the 2 foreign entities to our nation here.
Aliens now have hands. Human hands.
Back it away. All right. We've got the alien versus our Little St. James Island tour guide. Can you guys name something a ghost might complain about? I think that was James.
Finally. I think that was.
I actually saw the damn thing.
I know.
Or alien. It was the alien.
Humans.
That towed a line, but didn't come close enough to the answer. Can you name something a ghost might complain about?
Being invisible.
Being.
What it is.
Hey. Sounds like that's a no.
That's a no. This one was the craziest of responses.
What a ghost
All right,
is.
wait.
You can't see it.
Now it goes to Jar.
Jar, pick one.
Pick up the mic.
Yeah, pick up the mic.
I don't know how to really say this, but being unable to hold something. It's like you can't feel anything.
No! This one's crazy. All right, coming to you, Frankie Muniz.
The future is now, man.
We're gonna go using the restroom.
No.
That sounds more like hell.
That sounds pretty inconvenient.
This is turning into one heck of a prompt.
All right, can you reread the question
Yeah,
for
I'm
me?
coming to Dougie. Name something a ghost might complain about. Come on, Douglas.
Having to haunt where they died.
I'm going to say being stuck in one place counts. Hold on. You could give it an opportunity. That's the number 3 answer. There's literally 9 of them.
There's 9.
No, 9? And we haven't gotten any of them.
I know, you guys. This room is incredible.
Our batting average is 200.
Pick one. Pick a thing.
Being cold.
Literally, that's the number 2 answer. You guys stole it.
Let's go!
It's being cold, cold drafts, cold spots.
I mean, we're getting the answers,
okay.
just not.
No, that's okay.
That was
we're gonna be
close.
okay.
You guys are. All right. I'm thinking 3 hard X's are coming through. So keep keen ears on what some of their answers are. Elliot, Dino, coming to you. Name something a ghost might complain about.
They can't eat.
That is the number 6 answer. We're chipping away. So we've got the number 2, the number 3, and the number 6 off out of 9. So you still got 6 left. Island Boy, name something a ghost might complain about. Jeffrey Jr., what you got?
They can't feel.
Doesn't that kind of fall into this?
That falls under.
Yeah, that's it. All right, Frankie, what you got for us? Name something a ghost might complain about. It is tough.
We're gonna go driving a car.
I mean, I'd be good. Stuck in one place.
Yeah,
I know,
that's
that's
not
a-
bad though, because like maybe they love driving cars and they miss it.
Yeah, Frankie
All right.
Muniz ghost will want to drive a car.
There's 2 X's on the board. You could try to poke some holes in this so the crew across the hall here can't steal. Can you name something a ghost might complain about?
The weather.
That's pretty damn good. No!
Same as us.
Yeah, don't we complain?
Love that. That was perfect. What else do people complain about? All right, this is our chance here.
Come on, Kev.
Can the reigning champs get themselves on the board? Name something a ghost might complain about.
I was gonna say running into people. People are running through people. They're running through them.
Running through people?
No. That's not
Kev, that's a bad answer.
How do you want to word this? I'm going to give you guys an attempt here.
Who gave Kemp this answer? Can you
No,
reword it?
my answer. No,
Here, Kevin, this is my answer.
my answer. What do you mean? I said people walking through them.
People running away from them.
That could have been good, but nope, that isn't it.
Wait.
People walk. Okay.
People walking
I want
through
you guys
them.
let's let the squad. You guys can judge. These are what the remaining prompts were,
Thank you, because this one sucks.
and you could tell me how close you guys think you got to any of them.
We got it.
I'm going to start with number 9. The number 9 prompt. No one can hear you.
That's pretty much what we said, but go on.
Walking through them? Walking through them?
Yeah, Kev, you could have worded
The
that.
number 8 answer. No privacy.
Also, could fall
But they're
under the
ghosts.
same category.
A ghost is already like.
Hey, I had multiple people say it.
Yes, you can't complain
We
with
have a
the
bad
answer.
crowd.
Number 7, loud living people.
Doug,
See, I feel bad.
Haunting Doug's house.
That one's actually makes sense.
I'm a little.
No eating. We got that one. Number 5, being stuck in one place. Number 4, this is where you guys got kind of close, but couldn't cross the line. Ghost hunters. What do we complain about ghost hunters? Not just people, specifically annoying people.
Yeah, it's
Number 3 was
No.
drafts, colds, hot spots. Yeah.
I don't like this. I said weather.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought the weather was a good one.
Unbelievable.
I thought weather was
The
good.
number 1 answer,
Racism.
people not believing in them.
Oh.
It's emotionally draining.
That's actually a good one.
No, there's no one there believing in them. Ghosts just want some belief. All right, let's get.
All right, time to burn our
This is
burn our guys.
unless the team across the bay here just dominates this round. This is it. I mean, you guys got to sweep. So
I believe it's 3-0.
it is 3-0. All right, Frankie Muniz. Mrs. Incredible. First one hit the buzzer. Name a Disney character that would actually survive a horror movie. Jar. Miss Incredible.
Miss Incredible. That's your answer.
Good answer.
Moana.
That was fun to hear.
Why did you have my team again?
I'm gonna go Stitch.
Stitch is the number 2 answer. You gonna
Really?
play it or pass?
Yeah, we're playing.
We'll play.
All right.
We'll play.
Going to Wilbur. You guys got the number 2 answer. Name a Disney character that would actually survive a horror movie.
Jack Skellington. Is that a Disney movie?
It is a Disney movie. That's a darn good one. That's a
Seriously?
yeah. Unfortunately, and some would say that is a horror movie.
I was like, I was convinced that was.
When you said, I was like, dang.
I hope that people thought it too.
Coming to you.
Say
Name a Disney character that would actually survive a horror movie.
Mulan.
Mulan is number 4.
Mulan's a
All right, so there's 7 responses. You've got 2 knocked off the board.
It is, but that's not. That doesn't make sense. Jar.
All right, we're looking at Jeffrey Jr. Name a Disney character that would actually survive a horror movie. 1X on the board.
I thought it from the start. Scar. Lion King.
You're going to be mad. That's an but you're going to be mad who did make the list. All right, Frankie Muniz. Just
Simba or Timon or Pumbaa or something stupid.
what a terrible answer.
Frankie Muniz. Name a Disney character that would actually survive a horror movie.
I'm gonna go Sully.
All right, this is your guys' chance to steal the points. All you got to do is get one. All you got to do is get one.
Steve, I noticed you.
Name a Disney character that would actually survive a horror movie.
I believe our team is going to go with Hercules.
Number 1 answer, Hercules. They're still competing. They're still competing.
Yeah!
We're in it.
That was all Cat too.
We got a darn good competition now. I thought they were out of it. All right, so there were 7 answers.
Right? I forgot.
All right, you guys will like to hear this. Name a Disney character that would actually survive a horror movie. Number 7 was Simba.
See, I was going to say Simba, but his
Number
was like,
6 was Buzz Lightyear. Number 5 was Elsa. Number 4 was Milan. Number 3, Goofy. Number 2, Stitch. And number 1, Hercules.
I don't think I would have ever guessed Goofy.
That would have been a good one, but he's not a main character. He's not a
I
main
would have
character.
had to draw pause.
All right,
He would have had a main character. I go Hercules had to be it. Yeah.
we're back at the top. Team captains, Dougie, Will.
Wait, did I?
Yeah. It's your turn.
Name a movie you would watch on a Halloween date. Will.
Halloween.
Halloween is the number 4 answer. Doug, name a movie you would watch on a Halloween date.
Hocus Pocus.
Number 1 answer was
It
Hocus
always
Pocus.
is, baby! Everybody loves that movie!
All right, Kemper, wait, you guys passing or playing?
We're playing.
They're playing.
Playing.
Doug Kemp's like, I guess, like Captain Jones.
It's fine.
Well, we have to at this point.
Yeah, all right, I got one. All right.
Kemp, coming to you. Name a movie you would watch on Halloween on a Halloween date.
Halloween Town.
Love that one. That's a good one.
It's
never on there,
I only
though.
got one response.
Yeah,
Shout out
That
to
would've
Cole
been number
Foster. She
one.
was the only one.
I don't like that.
I thought for sure more would.
Aliens
All right.
don't celebrate Halloween, so you shouldn't get this right.
Yeah, Alien. This one comes to you. Name a movie you would watch on a Halloween date.
Freddy versus Jason.
Literally, the 7th response is Freddy or Jason because there were so many Freddy and so many Jason. So, yes, you're in. That's it. All right.
That works.
Keeping it on the board.
Skibbity-doo. Here we go. We're going to go with Harry Potter.
Allison, what? That's It's like a Christmas thing at best. If there's a holiday.
The Sorcerer's Stone, that's Halloween.
That's right. I'm not doubting you. I'm just. I'm with you. I am.
Same my game.
The only one doubting him over here is Doug right now.
All right. There's 2 X's. Doug, you got to keep your team alive. Name a movie you would watch on a Halloween date.
That's a good one.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Now that's Freddy and Jason. Sorry.
No, that's
not.
He said Freddy and Jason were in the same category. He said Freddy and Jason were in the same
You
category.
literally did just repeat.
The Conjuring.
The
No,
Conjuring.
he said Nightmare on Elm Street. That's his pick. That's his pick.
Even if I gave him The Conjuring, it's an. All right. We're going to the island, boys. You can either put them out of their misery right here. Name a movie you would watch on a Halloween date.
We're taking this one for Frank Comunas, Casper.
Wow! Don't you dare call it a comeback. Wow! All right. Ready?
Let's hear it, baby.
Name a movie you would watch on a Halloween date. Number 7 was a flurry of Freddy or Jason. So Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, or Freddy versus Jason. Number 6 was the Scary Movie franchise. Okay. Number 5 was Paranormal Activity. Number 4 was Halloween. Number 3 was Beetlejuice. And man, maybe some of you guys need to get on your Fortnite and start dropping in, thanking the bus driver. Because number 2 was Scream. All right? And number 1 was Hocus Pocus.
I forgot about it.
All right. We're going to the dinosaur. We're going to just one big floppy sunny side egg.
Okay.
Let's get to the 6th response here. This can either determine the end of the game or if we move on to the final round. The tiebreaker. All right. Name a Halloween prank. Elliot, the dinosaur.
TPing a house.
That is the number 1 answer.
Yeah.
TPing. All right. Do you want to
That's
pass or
literally-
play? They're keeping it. All right.
That's okay.
Jeffrey Jr.
Start thinking.
Name a Halloween prank. That's the prompt.
Smashing pumpkins.
Why didn't 112 people? No one thought of that.
Sucks.
That's a darn good one.
That does suck.
That is a darn good one.
You gotta think of what the people are responding to.
Right.
Getting in the bag, you know.
Stupid.
We're gonna go ding dong ditch.
That's on there. That's the number 5 answer. So there's 5 total. You've got the number 1 and the number 5. 1 X on the board. Name a Halloween prank.
Egging.
Egging is number 2. So number 1, TPing. Number 2, egging. Number 5. Look, his family has died for that. Just spreading Kemp all over houses.
I got big sunny side up over here.
All right. There's only 1 X on the board.
Are we able to ask a question prior to answering?
Zero.
Can't.
Because we
What?
don't know
What?
if what we already said is what this is.
Go ahead.
Booing.
I would say that it has not been asked, but I can't indicate whether or not it's happened.
Yeah, that's.
Thank you.
You can't just asking questions. That question should count as an A.
I agree. Or they could ask it.
If she doesn't.
Yeah, you either ask it or it's
Yeah, you can't just ask a question.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Stealing candy?
That's a good one. But say, you know, hey, all right, 2 X's on the board. Back to Jeffrey Jr.
I hate
There.
people who put these in.
Every year.
They're awful people. They're awful
You
people.
leave something at the door and you say you have to go get another person. So there's like a note.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Like it's not a prank.
We gotta like that.
Booing.
All right, we're coming over to the aliens. You have 1 opportunity, get it on the board, and you steal the points.
We're gonna
Wait. Can you repeat the
question. Repeat.
the answer?
Name a Halloween prank.
Okay. We're gonna say scaring people.
Jump scare is on there. Holy cow! You would think this was staged. The way this game just came back. Wow.
We gotta make sure the alien doesn't have his phone in his pocket.
How's
We
that
gotta
feel
make sure
over
the
there?
alien doesn't have his phone in there.
Yeah,
feel over
he's cheating
there?
in that dome. All right. So what does it go to next? Who's up?
Don't be mad.
Oh, we've got the two promiscuous players. Junior Jeffrey Jr. and the Mexican.
The illegal.
The alien. All right. This is a tiebreaker. It literally just comes down to the two of you. First one to hit the buzzer and the first one to get the answer right. Tiebreaker. When is All Saints Day?
Wait, he's hovering his hand over
Hey,
the buzzer.
he didn't hit it.
I don't know.
Hey, the alien. You got an answer.
October 30th.
But you
Wrong.
already said
Doug was gonna fight it. Oh, okay.
October 31st.
And all right, Frankie Muniz.
You have 365 days, man. It's better.
November 1st.
That's the answer. We got a new champion. New champion. All Saints Day follows All Hallows Eve, which is our Halloween, and it's a part of a 3-day series, All Hallow Tide.
Shakes with holographic celebrities. Let's
Come on, dude.
Doug.
There's a 3-day observance called, and it's All Hallows Tide, which concludes with an All Souls Day, November 2nd. This, for the pagans, it's a Celtic festival involving bonfires and costumes to ward off spirits. But for the Christians, it's a vigil or a day of preparation for All Saints Day. Because I learned that, did you know Halloween is thanks to the Catholics? That caught me off guard.
Isn't it to cancel out a pagan holiday, right?
Yes, it's to ward off what the pagans are bringing in. We got to scare them away. So I dress up as an alien
I dress up as Steve
and a
Harvey.
bishop. All right, no, Steve Harvey.
Alex Harvey.
Yes, exactly. We appreciate you all joining us. Be sure to be a part of the Rethink Tank Revolution, new gear, and well done. Thanks, guys.
That was
Well done. That was fun. I appreciate you guys joining us. I hope you have a happy Halloween this week. Shout out to Ricky from Just Another Day TV for joining us for this episode. This was a good one. Nobody does a better rock. Literally, he had a personal friend that was like, "You need to start doing this more often. You look good." He hit the nail on the head. So hope you guys have a fun, safe, happy Halloween. You know, I think it's fitting with this on to give a little bit of an explanation on the new like temporal logo style. We're in a chapter right now, and it's this post Clancy chapter. Right after literally the day after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the last album Breach comes out, and it's the end of this story that has been told by 21 Pilots. The story being how I have interpreted it in short. There is a group of bishops, 9, that control this walled city we're all stuck in, and it's forcing people to promote unhealthy ideologies, unaliving yourself, everything. And it is a war against these bishops. It's a war against this Illuminati. And the story ends with Clancy becoming one of these evil bishops. The story being something I had been looking at my friends saying for the last 10 years. People have been hearing a different story. They've been trying to tell you they had to sell their soul to become a part of the system so they could create the Clancy that actually changes the world. That's us. When do we stop? Never. We try always. So being a part of that revolution, not fighting for anything other than the moderate position, a third party where we can just oppose this two-party monopoly we're stuck in. So if you're interested, you gotta rep the Rethink Tank Revolution. It's a new chapter. It's a fun chapter. The gear is sharp and it stands for something. We're in this together, and we stop never. We continue always. So again, We appreciate you joining us for today's episode. If we made you laugh, if we made you think, the best thing you could do to support what we're doing, because they ain't supporting us. Trust us. With the algorithm fight we're in, the best you could do is just like this episode, drop some comments. If you liked it, someone else you know will too. So please share it, because that's what does the benefit. But like I said, oh, wrong one. There's so many people. Silent, we miss you. And Ricky from Just Another Day TV. Guys, right? Exactly. Pickle Gallery. We appreciate you guys giving us your time. The best thing you can do is hit that link and share it. But otherwise, we appreciate you joining us. We have all different shows between our podcast on Sundays to get a little break from the politics and the social chaos. Wake up, have a cup of coffee with us and some laughs on our reactions channel. The Halloween episode we had this past Sunday was a thrill. So you definitely want to check that out. You could find it all in one central place, and that's at our website at www.rethinktankpodcast.com. So be sure to head on over there. But otherwise, we're here each week, live, 7 p.m. We appreciate you joining us. Catch you next week. Peace.